Verity.
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 It's Verity. Brought to you by Prodigy.
I will dive into you. Hello, my dear listeners, and welcome to the Dive Into You podcast series, the show that aims to unravel a variety of topics. First of all, are you an aspiring PR student, a lifestyle brand lover, or you're just a casual listener? Fret not, I'm Rania, and in today's episode, we will be diving into the topic of lifestyle public relations, or commonly known as lifestyle PR. But before we begin, I actually have a very special guest with me today. Hi, special guest, you may start to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be included in this podcast sessions. My name is Azani, and I'm a student pursuing a degree in public relations. Same with Rania, with a passion for lifestyle brands. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Mr. Azani. Thank you so much for being here. And for listeners and our guest, let's have fun, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So, today we will actually be discussing and having a conversation regarding the ins and outs of lifestyle PR. To start this off, a question for Mr. Azani, our special guest. How does this topic actually resonates with you?
Thank you, Rania, for the questions. As a PR student itself, who generally has the interest in a lifestyle brand, it's fascinating to me how PR can incorporate it under the lifestyle category. Hence, I believe credit is due for this aspect of PR to be exposed and fully utilized by the society, such as anyone in the PR landscape, lifestyle brand owners, basically saying everyone in general.
Indeed. Thank you so much for the answer. For the listeners, in very simple terms, lifestyle PR is actually the promotion of products designed to enhance your life and the way you live it into the lifestyle media. Lifestyle media actually covers everything that we see daily in our daily lives. It is something that we connect to in our daily lives, such as everything from food, drinks, travel, home decor, beauty products. And I believe that one of the sectors of lifestyle media, fashion, is something that Mr. Azani is very familiar with.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Azani, a question for you as a PR student with a passion for lifestyle brands such as fashion brands. Do you
Yeah.
think PR is relevant for brands today?
For me, I do personally believe PR is relevant for brands out there because it tends to help the brand to get in the news, to reach and promote their products to their potential customer. Because as we all well aware, PR is more than promoting itself. It's because at the same time it aids the brand to reconnect on the deeper level with consumer who actually want to resonate with your brands.
Exactly, I believe the same way. And as we know, the lifestyle media scene has actually evolved and consumers have continued to be influenced by the tech revolution that is currently ongoing. So, Mr. Azani, what is your personal view on the evolution of lifestyle PR today and in the past?
Yeah, I think as we all know, the world is progressing. So consequently, it significantly evolves the lifestyle of PR itself, like from physical to digital platforms nowadays. Because like today itself, the today generation, which is the Gen Z, with especially the Gen Z, they are born with social media. They're basically saying they are grew up with social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram. So for me, the inventations of PR packages are one of the great example from for a brand to implement it. So for me, yeah, speaking of it is whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Yes, of course, it's a good thing because it enhances your engagements with the public. At the same time, increase your brand credibility.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree with his statement. Therefore, once upon a time, carrying lifestyle PR was used to be very simple as maybe brands got journalists to write about their products, readers will read about them, and they will buy them. It was as simple as that. However, these days, there are more that brands need to do to attract consumers because consumers nowadays are sentimental and they actually value the product that they are about to buy. Therefore, brands nowadays must know where to pitch their product, where to spend their budget, and those things can actually be a real headache. Therefore, moving on, while the overall basic goal of lifestyle PR is the same for all brands, the strategy and channels that they prefer to adopt or they prefer to implement are very different depending on the brand and their respective target audiences. So, Mr. Azani, in your personal point of view, what are the channels for lifestyle PR that you can relate to in your daily life?
For me, I think I'm speaking for everyone. There are many channels for lifestyle PR that everyone can relate in their daily life. Like for me, yes, I do, of course. Especially from influencer perspective. For me, influencer they affect everyone lifestyle choices and purchasing decisions. Like for me myself, I do have someone that I look up to in social media. Like I give you example like YouTubers, like social media, and even a K-pop group. So like for me, I like this artist called Tyler the Creator. He's a creator, he's a fashion designer and everything. So yeah.
All right. So, after hearing our answers and the opinion of Mr. Azani himself, we believe that consumers don't actually want businesses to talk at them directly and try to sell them something. Nowadays,
Yes.
hard selling is not it, guys. It is all about connections, it's all about sentimental values, as I mentioned before. And with influencers as a channel for lifestyle PR, brands can actually leverage the connections that an influencer already have to grow your brand. So with that being said, I believe that with the determination and the passion Mr. Azani was talking about, do you actually have personal examples how lifestyle PR has affected you in your daily life?
Yeah. I think personally, I do have a personal example how lifestyle PR has affected me, like in terms of lifestyle choices and purchasing decisions. Like, I think as Rania mentioned just now, you know me personally.
Exactly.
Like for those who don't know, like the listeners, I'm not really a sneakerhead guy, but however, recently I just bought a shoe just for the influencer that I like, which is I indicate just now, which is Tyler the Creator, because I believe it sort of give a domino effects, like left everyone, including me, who is a fan of Tyler the Creator, to purchase his product. So it urged myself to get one. So I think it's a good thing.
Exactly. Me myself actually as a K-pop fan, if
Yeah,
listeners don't know, and I believe Miss Azani knows this,
yeah,
as a K-pop fan myself, the K-pop idols that I love and I idolize, when they wear something, when they buy something, or when they actually represent brands, I
yeah,
am
indeed.
so inclined to buy them. Oh my goodness, if
Yes,
money fell from
exactly.
the sky, I would
Yes.
literally buy anything they're wearing.
I can
Literally.
relate on that part.
Definitely you will. Let's just hope money falls from the sky, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Therefore, after listening to us talking about the relevancy of lifestyle PR for brands, talking about the channels of brands, and what is lifestyle PR brand actually about? we can conclude that public relations is actually a must for brands that are
Yeah.
serious about getting the attention of potential customers and industry professionals. There are indeed a few essential strategies that brands can implement, such as conducting market research, first of all, to get an overview of the people's point of view regarding the product that you are trying to represent
Yeah.
and what you want to promote. Therefore, Mr. Azani, among a lot of PR tips, what are those that you can actually share and recommend to our listeners, especially for new lifestyle brands today?
From organization perspective, I believe finding the perfect influencer is the most important part, because through this, I think everyone in the brand, like everyone, you need to do it with full scrutiny, because because I mean, like, getting the right influencer that match with your brand aesthetic is the most important part. Yeah.
Exactly, I fully agree with you because as a brand owner, for as we are talking about tips for brands, for lifestyle brands, a lifestyle brand will want an influencer to represent their values and to
Yeah.
represent who they are actually. That
Yeah.
is the best way to ensure a successful rate. Therefore, I believe that lifestyle brands should realize the value of an influencer's platform as a media outlet of its own. But they have to realize what are they trying to look for? What are they trying to represent as a brand? You cannot just
Yeah.
choose simply. Therefore, to summarize, after the whole discussion, lifestyle PR is indeed alive and not dead, and it should be fully utilized by brands today, especially in the lifestyle sector.
Yeah.
Therefore, before ending today's session, I would like to offer a huge thank you and gratitude to Mr. Azani for spending time with us despite having a packed schedule with assignments, which I can
Yeah.
relate to. He still managed to be here with us.
Yeah. For me, thank you for having me. It was fine. It was fun, truly, and I hope the listeners out there enjoy my insights. And yeah, Rania, this is was interesting. So why not? Feel free to invite me again. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the offer. I will definitely put that in my mind if I need another guest. So,
Yeah.
therefore, thank you to you, our listeners, for your precious time, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Dive Into You podcast series. We hope that you had a great time absorbing the inputs, and for any brand owner out there, hope this is beneficial to you and you can apply them for your brand or anything similar.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind that anything that we've been saying in this brand is just a tiny fraction of lifestyle PR, and there are endless things that you can explore onwards if you feel like you want to do so. Therefore, feel free to send us feedbacks and do subscribe to this YouTube channel for more exciting inputs and discussions. Hope to see you again in another podcast session. Before we end this, Mr. Azani, shall we sing our goodbyes together?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Alright, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. I will
I will
dive
die to
into
you.
you. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.